joining me for another episode of Federico Talks Watches. This is part 2 of the Q&A that I ran on Instagram. Part 1 was on my channel. And of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. I am still wearing the Omega Speedmaster Apollo 14 limited edition, a watch I really enjoy, paired fantastically with this distressed leather strap. But anyway, let's get right into part 2 of this Q&A, because I'm sure you guys are a little antsy and a little pissed off that I cut you off earlier. So let's get right into it. Alexandros1984 says, "It's painful to buy a watch, but it's even more painful to service them. Does this turn you off?" You know what, Alexandros? It doesn't, but not because I take it into consideration. Because quite the opposite, I don't take it into consideration. I'll give you an example. My colleague Tim, he buys some great watches, and when he does, he always gets them serviced immediately. So he takes immediately into consideration the price of the service. Me, I'm not quite as financially astute, I guess, so I don't really think about it. I just kind of pull the trigger. So yeah, I mean, I have actually recently got 2 watches serviced, and they were a little painful to get serviced, but it doesn't turn me off because it's a purely emotionally driven decision to buy a watch for me, so I guess I just kind of ignore it. Not the smartest thing to do, but an honest answer nonetheless. Matt JW asks, "Hey Fed, any modern-ish watches that you think will be future collector's items?" Oh man, this is a tough question and really hard to predict the market, but there are a few that I think are going to be future collector's watches. Firstly, I'm going to go with the Rolex Milgauss, one of the ugly stepchildren in the Rolex line that no one seems to love apart from me. But the thing with Rolex, it's usually the models nobody likes at the time and that nobody buys that become huge collector's items. So on that basis alone, I think the Milgauss is really gonna skyrocket. Then what else? I think almost anything FP Journe makes is gonna pretty much skyrocket in value. I think, well, the new ceramic Daytona could definitely go up in value as well. As far as Patek Philippe, the 5711 is arguably already a collector's item, but I don't know, it's tough. If I could predict the future like that, I would definitely, be buying these pieces. But I think the way I try to make the decision now is to figure out what has really depreciated beyond what I think is reasonable and will probably gain a little value. So in terms of stuff like that, I think Roger Dubuis, Girard-Perregaux, those brands will never be collector's items, but I think a lot of those pieces have depreciated beyond a reasonable amount. So you can expect to maybe make your money back if you buy them correctly. Austin Jones 116 says, "Federico, what is the best dress watch with a moon phase, ultra thin, display case back, under $7,000? Well, Austin, if you're gonna go pre-owned, you have only one decision: the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin Moon. What a fantastic piece. I think it retails for about $9,500, but you should be able to pick it up in the $7,000 range. It's automatic, has a moon phase and date, it's ultra thin, and very, very classy. So I think that would definitely be my pick for a dressy moon phase watch in the $7,000 price point." And lastly, we have a question from my good friend Rainer, and he says, "Federico, what's your opinion on the new Tudor Black Bay steel and gold?" Well, Rainer, my opinion is a little controversial. Two-tone sports watches don't sell well. In fact, my friends Tim and Josh did a whole kind of show on the overseas and how they thought it was a mistake, and I kind of agree with them. So I don't think it'll sell well, but what do I personally think? I think it looks great. I mean, it's just a little bit of that flash, a little bit of that 80s, a mixture of the black dial and the two-tone bracelet. I think it looks cool. Do I wish it was solid gold as opposed to gold capped? Now guys, not plated, capped. It is real gold, but it's got a steel center. I wish it was a full gold link, but you know, it's gold capped and you're not paying the premium for a full gold link, so I think that's okay. So Rainer, what do I think? I think it's a great looking watch. I don't think it's the wisest watch to purchase if you care about resale value though. And on that note, guys, please take a look at Watch You Want Watch Reviews. That is our it's the new channel where Tim brings back the old style hands-on watch videos. Link in the description below. If you ever wanted to see a tourbillon, an FP Journe Deadbeat tourbillon, or a Girard Perregaux Chronohawk, or maybe something obscure like a Tutima diver and you've never seen one before, this is the place to go. We have a ton of watches that we do hands-on reviews with. Anyway, thank you so much for watching another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.